Let me tell you something your parents never taught you. The people you're most attracted to are the ones who make you feel like you're looking in a mirror. Sounds wrong, doesn't it? We're told opposites attract, that mystery creates desire. But here's the seductive truth. Your brain is hardwired to trust, to crave, to obsess over people who reflect you back to yourself. This is the chameleon effect, and it's the most powerful psychological weapon in attraction. Right now, someone could be using it on you, and you wouldn't even notice. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this invisible force works, and how you can ethically harness it to become magnetic to the people you desire. In the 1990s, psychologists at New York University discovered something disturbing during a simple conversation study. They found that when researchers subtly mimicked a participant's body language, crossing legs when they crossed legs, leaning in when they leaned in, something extraordinary happened. The participants rated these researchers as significantly more likable, more trustworthy, even more attractive. But here's the kicker. When asked why they felt this way, not a single person could identify the mirroring. Their conscious mind had no idea. The attraction happened entirely in the shadows of their subconscious, like a whisper they couldn't quite hear but desperately wanted to follow. Your brain contains specialized neurons called mirror neurons, and they're constantly scanning the people around you, looking for synchronicity. When someone mirrors your gestures, your pace of speech, even your breathing rhythm, these neurons light up like fireworks. Your subconscious interprets this synchronization as safety, as kinship, as this person is like me. And here's the intoxicating part. What feels like you is what you trust. What you trust is what you let close. What you let close is what you become addicted to. This isn't manipulation. This is the fundamental architecture of human connection, the secret language your ancestors used to identify tribe from threat. Let me paint you a scene. You're on a first date at a coffee shop. Your date picks up their cup with their right hand, takes a sip, and sets it down. 3 seconds later, you do the same. They lean back in their chair and cross their arms loosely. You wait 5 seconds, then mirror the posture. They speak quickly, with excitement about their passion project. You gradually increase your speaking pace to match theirs. What's happening in their brain right now? Their mirror neurons are creating a neural map of familiarity. They're thinking, I don't know why, but I feel so comfortable with this person. That comfort is the gateway drug to obsession. But here's where amateurs fail. They mirror too obviously, too quickly, too robotically. The key is the delay and the subtlety. If you mirror someone instantly, their conscious mind catches it and the spell breaks. You become the creepy person who's copying them. Instead, wait 3 to 5 seconds before adopting their posture. Match about 50 to 70% of their body language, not 100%. Think of it like a jazz musician playing off another's rhythm. Synchronized, but not identical. You're creating harmony, not becoming their shadow. The goal is for them to feel the connection without consciously recognizing the technique. Now let's go deeper into the verbal dimension. Mirroring isn't just about body language, it's about speaking their psychological language. Listen carefully to the sensory words they use. Do they say, I see what you mean, or I hear you, or that feels right? These reveal whether they're primarily visual, auditory, or kinesthetic in how they process the world. Match their sensory language in your responses. If they're visual, use phrases like, picture this, or from my perspective. If they're auditory, say, that sounds amazing, or listen to this idea. This creates a subconscious resonance that makes them feel profoundly understood, like you're speaking directly to their soul's native tongue. Energy mirroring is perhaps the most intoxicating level. Every person has an energetic baseline. Some people are naturally high energy, animated, expressive. Others are calm, measured, deliberate. The fatal mistake is bringing your natural energy without calibrating to theirs first. If you're a high-energy person meeting someone who's calm and introspective, dial yourself down to 70% of their pace initially. After 10 minutes of this synchronization, their mirror neurons will create such strong rapport that you can gradually introduce your natural energy, and they'll rise to meet you. You've created a bridge from their world to yours, and they'll cross it willingly because it feels safe. Here's a forbidden technique used by master seducers: emotional mirroring. When someone shares a story with emotional content, most people respond with advice or try to fix the problem. Wrong move. Instead, reflect their emotion back to them with matching intensity. If they're excited about a promotion, let genuine excitement flash across your face for 2 seconds before you speak. If they're frustrated about a situation, let your expression show understanding of that frustration. Then, verbally validate, "That must have felt incredible," or "I'd be frustrated too." You're not agreeing with facts, you're validating feelings. And when someone feels emotionally seen, they become psychologically addicted to your presence. Let's talk about the breathing technique that therapists use to build instant trust. This is advanced but devastatingly effective. When you're sitting close enough to observe someone's breathing pattern, maybe across a dinner table, subtly synchronize your breathing rhythm to theirs. Breathe in when they breathe in, exhale when they exhale. Within 60 to 90 seconds, you'll create a physiological bond that triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of the brain associated with safety and intimacy. Their body will literally begin to relax in your presence without knowing why. This is the breathing pattern mothers and infants share, the rhythm of primal safety. Now for the ethical boundaries, because this knowledge carries responsibility. The chameleon effect should never be used to trick someone into a relationship they wouldn't naturally want, or to extract value from them. Use it instead as a tool to fast-track genuine connection with someone you authentically care about. Think of it as speaking their love language from the very first meeting. You're not creating false attraction. You're removing the barriers that prevent them from seeing the real compatibility that exists. The difference between manipulation and connection is intent. Ask yourself, am I using this to take or to give someone the gift of being truly understood? Here's the paradox that will change everything. The more skilled you become at mirroring, the less you'll need to consciously do it. Why? Because genuine empathy and social attunement naturally create mirroring behaviors. When you truly listen to someone, when you're genuinely curious about their inner world, your mirror neurons activate automatically. You'll naturally synchronize without trying. The techniques I've shared are training wheels to accelerate what happens organically when two people connect deeply. Practice them consciously for 30 days, and they'll become unconscious competence. You'll become someone who makes people feel inexplicably comfortable, mysteriously understood, magnetically drawn to your presence. Let me leave you with this final, seductive truth. The people who master the chameleon effect don't just become more attractive to others, they become more attractive versions of themselves. Why? Because this practice forces you to develop the rarest skill in modern dating, the ability to get out of your own head and into someone else's experience. In a world of narcissistic social media profiles and self-obsessed conversations, the person who can make others feel truly seen becomes unforgettable. That's not manipulation, that's mastery. So start practicing today. Mirror someone's body language in your next conversation and watch their pupils dilate with unconscious trust. You now possess the secret psychology of irresistible attraction. Remember, attraction isn't random. It's a dance of psychological triggers that you can learn to lead. The chameleon effect is just one step in that dance, but it's the foundational step that makes all the others possible. If this knowledge changed your perspective on human connection, make sure you're subscribed, because next week we're revealing the eye contact technique that creates instant chemistry and makes people unable to stop thinking about you. The science of seduction isn't taught in schools, but it's being used on you every single day by people who understand these secrets. Now you're one of them. Use this power wisely, use it ethically, and watch as the people you desire begin to mirror your interest back to you. The game has changed, and you just leveled up.